Hello viewers, welcome to the Journal Awareness Show. Yes students, this is a new series which we will be launching very soon. And today is the first episode and a very special episode. Now why it is a special episode? Students, in the morning session, I've already discussed that the cutoff will be there between 38 to 43. Now, many of you has been expected that they will clear the prelims. But now is the time for mains. And for mains, we have two more subjects. That is reasoning as well as that is computers as well as the general awareness. So in today's video, I will be discussing how we can prepare for the general awareness section for the IBPS PO Mains 2016 as students. This is important. This year, just like SBI, IBPS has also introduced the section-wise timing. And what is the timing for that? We have 20 minutes to solve 40 questions of general awareness. So what we are waiting for? Let's start the strategic preparation for the general awareness and how you can prepare your strategy. Now students, if we talk about the strategy, the first thing you need to know is that in IBPS PO Mains, in IBPS PO Mains 2016, we will be having 40 GA questions and these are of 40 marks. But the most important thing you need to see here is you will be having 20 minutes. Now students, 20 minutes for 40 questions. Last year, the student faced this difficulty was that the IBPS exam was easy. GA was, the last year in IBPS exam, the GA portion was easy, but the student can't devote more than 15 minutes as they have to give the time to reasoning, mathematics and English. But this year, you will be having 20 minutes to crack 40 questions. And students, if you are good enough in GK, this is your time. As before 20 minutes, you can't move to another section. Yes, student, in SBI also, this was the same thing as the student cannot switch to another section. Same is this case. In IBPS also, he or she will not able to switch the section. So, let's discuss the breakup of these 40 questions. Now, students, if we talk about the last year paper, the last year out of 40 questions, the expected or the good attempts were 25 to 30. Yes, student, this was the good attempt and all because the students were saying that the bankers Adda capsule was a blockbuster last year. Maximum questions were there from the capsule itself. This year also, students, we will be launching the bankers Adda GA capsule for IBPS PO Mains very soon. So stay tuned and do follow bankers Adda regularly. Now let's talk about the 40 questions. These 40 questions, this GA part is mainly divided into 3 different sections, and those sections are, we have CA, then we have BA, and then we have SA. Kabasa. Now CA stands for current affairs. BA stands for banking awareness. And SA stands for static awareness. Students, these are the 3 important parts of the GA section. You will be having current affairs, and if we come to the proportion or the composition of this section, approximately we are expecting 50% from current affairs. We are expecting 50% from current affairs. We are expecting approximately, let's say, 35% from banking awareness, including the banking current affairs also. And the third important part is the static awareness, and the remaining 15% were there from the static awareness portion. And students, you have to learn like this. Your way of preparation should be like this only. First, you have to complete current affairs, then you have to complete banking awareness, And at the last, you have to complete the static awareness as the most wide area of GK static part. And for static part, we have to do a limited number of questions. Yes, and a limited number of topics also. And what are those topics? We will be discussing that in the same video only. Now, let's talk about the current affairs part, student. Current affairs. If we talk about, let's say, if we talk about IBPS, so we are expecting the mains exam on 20th November. The exam will be on 20th November. So, what should be the strategy? The strategy should be till 15th of November, we have to cover the current affairs of November, then whole October, then whole September, then whole of August, and after this, students, after this 3.5 months, you also have to cover a bit of July also. Yes, students, you have to cover July as we have seen in the last year examination, and also we have seen in the recent examination that the current affairs, maybe a very few questions, maybe around 2 or 3 questions will be there from July month. But if you are saying that you are not doing GA at all and you are once again going for the last days, let's say we have right now 20 to 25 days for general awareness, only focus on October, November, September and August month. Clear? Now if we talk about the general awareness topics, students, if we talk about the general awareness topics, we have the important topics. We have appointments, and in appointments we have 2 types of appointments. We have national and then we have international. Then the next topic we have is the economic affairs. All the important news is related to Indian economy, and students, this is mainly related to the current economic news. And then we have to study the whole banking current affairs. We have to study banking current affairs. With that, we have awards, we have summits, we have international news or international affairs. Then we have the important government schemes. And also, one more important topic, students, ranking in different indexes. Students, these are very small topics, just like you can say ranking is a very small topic. Hardly we will, in a month, we have seen around 2 to 3 ranking come of India in the whole world. So those ranking are important as for sure, students, for sure, 1 question will be there in the examination. Similarly, that also goes for the summits also. That also goes. Recently, we have already know that the BRICS summit held in Goa, and what are the important points? You have to cover those points. This is one of the important topic, and a short question will come from BRICS 2016. Now let's talk about some more important current affairs topic. Then we have important topics like business news. Then we have sports news, the most interesting news. Then we have awards. Then we have defense news. And student, in defense news, you have to cover the Indian Army, the Indian Navy, the Indian Air Force, and also the international defense forces. And the most important among all the defense news is the military exercises. Military exercises which have been conducted recently in the last 3 to 4 months, all those military exercises are important for the examination. Now if we talk about few more topics, NASA or ISRO, National Aeronautics Space Administration or the Indian Space Research Organization. They have been launching satellites, they have been launching space missions. Students, you have to cover all, as these are very less But a short question will be there from the recent weather satellites which have been launched by your own ISRO. Clear? So students, the strategy for current affairs should be that you have to cover all these topics, as we are expecting 50% questions from the current affairs portion. So please go for October, go for September, August, November and July. And now you all will be thinking, from where I will get the material of all the things. So students, we are once again here. We have the Adda 24/7, the official app of bankersadda.com and sscadda.com, in which you will find each and every monthly Hindu reviews. You will be finding the Hindu tonics, and also we are also providing you daily Hindu current affairs in the same app and also on the web. That is on bankersadda.com. We are regularly providing you with bunch of current affairs things, and you have to study all. Please be regular to this subject, as it is costing you 40 marks and you will be having 20 minutes, so you can give whole lot of time for the current affairs. Clear? Now let's talk about the next section, which is the banking awareness. Students, if we talk about the banking awareness, in banking awareness, the most important thing is that you should know banking through a layman point. We don't want, or the bankers don't want you to become a professional banker, but all the banks wants that every person or every student who is coming into the bank should know the basic detailing or the basic language of banking and also the basic terms. If we talk about some of the banking awareness important topics, the topics are: the first topic is obviously Reserve Bank of India and the whole function. Students, this is the most important topic with its functions and also with the important monetary policy. So the second important point is the currency system in India, which is managed by RBI with the help of the government of India. If we talk about the third point, the third important point is the banks in India. In banks in India, we have to cover the type of banks. Mainly we have the domestic banks, then we have international banks. If we talk about domestic banks, we have private sector bank, we have public sector bank, we have regional rural bank, we have cooperative bank, we have n number of different number of banks. You all have to study in this particular topic. Then the next point. Then the important banking terms. Banking terms, it could be like what are the type of deposits, how the interest rate has been given, what is overdraft, what is a check. These all terminologies you have to study in the banking awareness portion. Now the next topic is the loans. Then the next topic is NPA, which is non-performing assets. If we talk about the next topic, then we have DICGC, then NEFT and RTGS. Then we have PSL, which is priority sector lending. Then we have the most important topic after RBI, financial markets. For sure, 2 questions from this particular topic. One question from money market and the second question will be there from capital market. So you have to learn this topic also. Now if we talk about the next topic, the next is the negotiable instruments. If we talk about the next topic, the next is types of money. If we talk about the next topic, then we have Basel III norms. Students, Basel III, in this, the Journal Awareness Show, we will be coming up with the small brief on Basel III, and on which we will give you the guarantee that for sure the question will come from only those points. So you will find this topic a bit tough. Yes, it is a tough topic, but we have to cover only important brief points related to Basel. So stay tuned with this show. We will be coming up with Basel very soon. Let's talk about some more banking topics. Then we have important codes. And one of the code which you regularly uses is IFSC, which is the Indian Financial System Code. An 11-digit alphanumeric digit. You must have heard about this. And student, last year in mains also and also in clerical exam also, the question were there from IFSC code. So this is important topic. Then if we talk about the next topic, the next we have the financial regulators. Then we have the financial regulators. In this, we will cover SEBI, we will cover RBI, we will cover the NABARD, we will cover SIDBI, different regulators which are managing the financial services or the financial sector in India. And the last topic is the miscellaneous. Now, students, in miscellaneous, what you have to cover? Students, you have to cover the abbreviations, banking abbreviations, all the important abbreviations. Then the next is your mutual funds, you should know. Then the taglines of banking. We have seen in the examination there are many questions. There are not many questions, but there are one question will surely come from taglines. So all these topics, student, one more important fact is that all these given topics is provided to you only. Where do you find it? Once again, the solution is the same, which is the Adda 24/7, the Android app. We have the banking awareness capsule in that, and you can easily cover all these topics and with their important content. We have not given them thoroughly. We don't want you to become a professional banker. No, we don't want this. We want you to have a basic sense of banking. And with the help of the banking awareness capsule by bankersadda.com, you can easily score 90%. Approx minimum, I am telling you, minimum 90% you can score with the help of Bankers Adda capsule. So these are the important details you should know related to banking. Students, one more thing. You can clearly see in the chat section, you can clearly see in the session, you can chat your important doubts to me. And we will be responding, my team and I will be responding to that if you have any doubt in the general awareness section. Clear? Now let's talk about the last general awareness section, which is the static awareness portion. Now students, in static awareness, now this is one of the section which you can't understand. In banking, we have some uses which you have to understand. In banking, you have to understand. In current affairs, you have to go through some of the important newses. But if we talk about static awareness is only learning, and learning. Yes, students, the topics. Now you are very desperate to know, okay, so what are the topics? So let's talk about the important static awareness topics. Static GK. Students, if we talk about the static GA portion, the first topic I'll suggest you to learn is the reports and its makers. It could be any report, mainly all those reports which are being announced recently, because based on these reports, India and other countries are ranked. So you should know who is making which report. Clear? Now the next topic. The next topic is ports. Mainly in India, or we'll cover the national ports. The third one, we have ports, then we should know the airports. The third topic. If we talk about the next topic is national parks Then we will be having WLS, which is wildlife sanctuaries. Then the third one, the next one is dams in India. Then temples. Then country, currency, and capital. Students, out of the whole lot of static awareness, these are the important topics for the static GA. If you covered these topics, you'll easily able to attempt with accuracy, student. You have to be accurate in the static portion. So for this, we have also given, once again, Bankers Adda is there with you. We have already provided the capsule of static awareness also. Once again, the same visit, you have to visit the Adda 24/7 app, in which we have already given the static awareness capsule. Now students, if we talk about these topics, we have reports, then we have ports. You will be saying that, sir, there are 29 states. There are, let's say, more than 200 countries. How we can learn all the things? Yes, students, we are understanding a problem. For this, what you have to do is just learn the capitals, just learn the wildlife sanctuaries, the dams, the airports of all those states which are in news. Yes, students, if I am an examiner or if I am an exam setter, I will be picking up the questions from those states which are being highlighted in the news. So students, for this, for ports, airports, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, dams and temples, please mainly start with those topics, start with those states which are mainly in news. Clear? Now, students, the next important fact which I want to share with you is that, now let's talk about the country, currency and capital. Once again, this is also a topic which you are finding very difficult. Yes, students, you are right, it is a difficult topic. But once again, we know that the Prime Minister is being visited to many countries. With that, we also have many countries' ministers or their foreign affairs ministers, they are coming to India. So all those countries are important. Clear? So you can cover the country, you can cover the currency and the capital of, once again, all those countries which are in news. Clear? Now students, for all the GK awareness, now this was the GK thing. These are the important topics which you have to keep in mind while preparing for the IBPS PO mains. Once again, I'm telling you, don't wait for the result. Don't wait for the prelims result. As if we talk about either static GK or we talk about banking awareness or we talk about the current affairs, all those topics are there which will be helpful for you not only in IBPS PO mains but is also in RBI clerk, RRB clerk, RRB PO mains, IBPS clerk mains and the Indian Post Payment Bank examination. So please learn all these topics, and to start with or to make a particular strategy on GA, you can follow all these topics which I have already shared with you. Clear? Now students, let's talk about some of the sources, or let's talk about some of the important notes which we are providing you by different means. Now if we talk about the important sources, we have the Hindu quizzes which we are providing you on a regularly basis. We are providing you the static awareness GK also. In static awareness, we have also given a static GK on each and every state of India. So please do visit Bankers Adda regularly. In that you can find the static GK and you can start learning from those notes. Clear? And obviously it is free of cost. We are not charging anything for you. Then we are providing the revision GA classes. Then we have the Hindu review, monthly reviews. Then we have the daily GK update. And then we have tonics. And at last, you all know that we are also providing you the most anticipated and the most demanded journal awareness capsule. So these are the sources which you can use for your preparations. Clear? Now students, before we end this session, some important facts I would like to share with you. One of the important facts is that last year, the cutoff of general awareness section. Students, it was around 13 marks. So out of 40 questions, the cutoff last year was 13.75 marks. So once again, this is important. And now, last year, the difficulty was you have to allocate a particular time. But this year, you are already having a time, and that is 20 minutes. So please, 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 the reason behind making a video on specifically on GA strategy is that we have to make you realize that you have sufficient time, and that too of 20 minutes. And it is more than sufficient to attempt each and every question of GA. Clear? Now, another important fact which I would like to share with you is that the last year, in our analysis out of all the database which I am talking about in the morning video session, the approximately number of attempts were good attempts last year were 24 to 28, and this is out of 40. So clearly we can say the question paper was easy. This year also, we have seen the SBI PO mains exam, one of the most difficult examination of banking history. In that portion also, the GA was very simple. So we are not expecting too much of difficulty in this section. So be regular with the subject for sure. This 40 marks can help you out in getting the final selection. Students, we are not talking here about clearing the thing. You can clear this section. If you have to score 13 marks, you can clear this section. But once again, you will not be satisfied with the clearing marks, as you have interview also, and in the final cutoff, you will not able to get through to the banking sector. So please, please, please focus on this particular sector, or focus on this particular section. Clear? Now students, before I end up my video, I want to share approximately 15 to 18 important must-do current affairs topics. And if you are going through these 18 topics, for sure in examination, I am telling you that for sure in examination, you will be seeing approximately 15 questions from these 18 topics. So what are those 18 topics? Let's look at all the important 18 topics which you have to cover, which you firstly have to cover for IPS PO mains. Now students, please, GA is that part which I know that you will always be least interested in that. But one of the interesting fact is that it is one of that subject in which you will be devoting less time, but your marks will be very high. But the return on, you can say the return on time investment on GA is very high. But if we talk about the return on investment of time on either mathematics or reasoning or English, so you can clearly see how low it goes. You are devoting 12 hours, but once again, you are doing only, let's say, 10 questions or 12 questions out of 40 questions. So we will not talk about that thing. Now let's talk about the important 18 current affairs topics which you have to do. You have to do. You can't leave these topics for the IPS PO mains. Let's talk about those topics. The first one is Rio Olympics. I think in comment section I can see the students are demanding use a bit darker marker. So I am taking that. The first important topic is Rio Olympics 2016. The second important topic, the new governor of RBI. The third important point is GST bill. The fourth important point is the universal banking licenses, which is approved by RBI. Then the next one is Ramon Magsaysay Award. And the next important point is the sports awards, basically the national sports awards. Now the next one, changes in FDI. Student, mark this is very important. FDI policy has changed. Some new percentage is now there, so you have to cover the FDI policy. Now the next topic, PM visit to Vietnam. Now the next topic, G20 summit. Then the next topic, G7 BRICS summit. Then the next topic, Paralympics. Rio Paralympics. Students, we have both the cases. We have both the newses. We have Rio Olympics also and we have Rio Paralympics also. You have to learn both the events. Then the next important topic, weather satellite. And what is the name? The name is INSAT 3DR. Then the next point, US Open. Then the next important topic, Nobel Prizes 2016. Then the next one, bi-monthly policy, and that too of October, not of October, but which have been announced in October. Now the next one is GSAT 18. Then the next one is PSLV C35, which have been launched with the SCAT-SET satellite. And the last topic is, which you have to learn, is the Emmy Awards. So students, you can clearly see these are the important 18 must-do topics for IBPS PO mains. And if you are thinking of to start preparation for the mains exam, you can surely trust on us and you can start preparing from these topics. Clear? Now students, we have some of the questions which were asked in last year examination. I am dictating that. You can listen to this, and after listening to these questions, you can clearly be sure that these are important. All these 18 topics are important for the examination point of view. Nobel Prizes, Lima is the capital of, what is the currency of Egypt? Question related to schemes, which committee framed the RRB Act? We have obituaries question, then we have MICR question, then we have the Delhi National Memorial Coast, then we have the Rupee card, then we have BIS. So students, you can clearly listen to these questions and you can clearly work out that all these questions were important. And if we talk about this year, you will be finding all these important topics. Maybe this year the question could be, what is the currency of Vietnam, or what is the capital of Vietnam, or who is the head of Vietnam. Clear? So students, this was my take on the journal awareness strategy for this year's IBPS PO mains. We will be coming back with the same show, that is the journal awareness show, very soon. Till then, be happy, be confident, study well, and start your preparation today. Thank you.